Good morning, students. Students, today we will start the revision of Chapter 1 Constitution Why and How from the book Indian Constitution at Work. And, student, this book is about the working of the Indian Constitution. In the chapters that follow, you will read the information about various aspects of the working of our Constitution, and you will learn about the various institutions of the government in our country and their relationship with each other. And after studying this chapter, you will learn what a constitution means, what a constitution does to the society, how constitution govern the allocation of power in society, and what was the way in which the constitution of India was made. So, student, let's start with the meaning of constitution and the need of the constitution, and how does a constitution relate to the existence. Student, constitution is a body of fundamental principle according to which a state and other organization is acknowledged to be governed. In a simple language, I can say the basic principles and the laws of the nation is constitution. The basic principle and the law of a nation, state, social group that determines the power and the duties of the government and guarantee the certain rights to the people in it is a constitution. And, student, a constitution, it is necessary um, because it is important law of land. It determines the relationship of the citizen with the government. It lays down the principle and the guidelines which are required for the people belonging to different ethnic and religious group to live in harmony. So constitution की नीड तो हमें है. Now, student, what about Indian constitution? As we know that the constitution of India, it is the supreme law of India, and the document lay down the framework, democratic fundamental policy codes, structure, procedures, power and the duty of the government institutions, and set out the fundamental rights, directive principles, and duties of the citizen. And, student, as we know that Indian constitution is the longest written constitution of any country on the earth, and Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, it is widely considered to be its chief architect. And, student, the most important thing here is that Indian constitution, it impart the constitutional supremacy, not the parliamentary supremacy, since it was created by the Constituent Assembly and was adopted by its people with the declaration in its preamble. So it impart the constitutional supremacy. It means the parliament cannot override the constitution. And, student, Indian constitution, it was adopted by the assembly, Constituent Assembly, on 26th of November 1949, became effective on 26th of January 1950. The Constitution replaced the Government of India Act 1935 as the country's fundamental governing document, and the domination of India finally became the Republic of India. So, student, this is all about the Constitution. Now, what are the functions of the Constitution? Here you can see the first function of the Constitution is to provide a set of basic rules that allow for the minimal coordination among the member of the society. Yes, student, the main function of the constitution is to give the basic law of a nation, basic principle of a nation. And, student, these rules, these law are necessary to maintain a coordination among the member of the society. अगर laws नहीं होंगे, अगर basic principles नहीं होंगे, तो बच्चे कैसे मेंटेन होगा एक कोऑर्डिनेशन सोसाइटी के मेंबर्स के बीच में. हर कोई अपनी अपनी चलाएगा. इस वजह से जो मेन फंक्शन है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का, इट इज़ टू प्रोवाइड अ सेट ऑफ बेसिक रूल्स, एंड आई कैन से it is necessary because to maintain a balance between all the citizens. That is why I am saying that the Constitution of India is the supreme law of India. जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, चाहे इंडिया का नहीं चाहे किसी भी कंट्री का, मेनली बच्चे वो सुप्रीम लॉ इसीलिए होता है बिकॉज समवेयर इट ले डाउन द फ्रेमवर्क of fundamental duties, fundamental principles, structure, powers, and the duty of the government, and the duty of the citizens. So that is why constitution की हमें need है, and it allow for the minimal coordination among the member of the society. Then the second function here is, the second function of the constitution is to specify who has the power to make decision in a society. It decide how the government will be constituted. स्टूडेंट यहाँ लिखा है जो सेकंड फंक्शन है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का, वो ये स्पेसिफाई करना है दैट हु हैज़ द पावर टू मेक द डिसीजन इन द सोसाइटी. सोसाइटी में रहते हुए कौन डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर लेगा, एंड इट डिसाइड हाउ द गवर्नमेंट विल बी कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड. So student, there is some limitation on the power of the government because this is not clearly enough. Suppose you decide who had the authority to make the decision, but then this authority passed law that you thought were patiently unfair. It prohibited you from practicing your religion, for example, or it enjoined that clothes of certain color were prohibited, that you were not free to sing certain songs, that people who belongs to a particular group would always have to serve other and would not allow to retain any property. It means student यहाँ पे लिख तो दिया that who has the power to make the decision in the society. तो of course सोसाइटी में रहते हुए जो डिसीज़न है वो तो हम एक पर्टिकुलर जैसे बोलते हैं ना एक गवर्नमेंट ही लेती है, बट फिर साथ में लिख रहा है इट डिसाइड हाउ द गवर्नमेंट विल बी कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड. इसका मतलब है बच्चे जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है वो कहीं ना कहीं वो सिर्फ सिटीजन्स के लिए नहीं है, वो गवर्नमेंट के लिए भी है. हमारा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है वो जो रूल्स एंड जैसे बोलते हैं ना लॉ दे रहा है, वो गवर्नमेंट को भी सब कुछ उसके लिए भी डिसाइड कर रहा है. हमारे इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लॉ जो लिखे गए हैं वो इंडियन गवर्नमेंट के लिए भी लिखे गए हैं. हाउ द गवर्नमेंट विल बी कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड, हाउ द गवर्नमेंट विल वर्क, गवर्नमेंट कैसे काम करेगी, किसके अकॉर्डिंग काम करेगी, गवर्नमेंट को भी कहीं ना कहीं उसे फॉलो करना है. Then the third function of the constitution is to limit the power of the government, the most important, and these limits are fundamental in the sense that the government may never trespass them. बच्चे यहाँ जो है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का मेन फंक्शन है to limit the power of the government. As we know, India is the largest democratic country in the world. और बच्चे यहाँ इतनी पॉलिटिक्स है कि जो ऐसा पॉसिबल हो सकता था कि जो हमारे इंडियन लीडर्स हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं जैसे बोलते हैं ना डेमोक्रेसी के चक्कर में अपनी पावर्स को मिसयूज़ कर सकते थे. दैट इज़ वाई जो मेन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का फंक्शन है वो ये है कि गवर्नमेंट की पावर्स अनलिमिटेड नहीं है, गवर्नमेंट कुछ भी नहीं कर सकती, गवर्नमेंट की पावर भी लिमिटेड है. अगर गवर्नमेंट भी कुछ रॉन्ग करती है तो वहाँ पे उन्हें भी पनिशमेंट मिलेगी अंडर जुडिशरी. दिस इज़ द मेन फंक्शन, थर्ड फंक्शन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. एंड इट लिमिट्स द पावर ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. इट लिमिट्स द पावर ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट मीन्स बच्चे अगर कोई भी गवर्नमेंट किसी सिटीज़न के साथ कुछ रॉन्ग करती है या अपने किसी और कलीग के साथ कुछ रॉन्ग करती है तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में उसे भी पनिशमेंट मिलेगी. सबसे पहले उसे अपनी पोजीशन से रिज़ाइन करना पड़ेगा, चाहे वो कितनी भी अच्छी पोजीशन पे क्यों ना हो. उसे एज अ ऑर्डिनरी सिटीज़न जो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में जैसे बोलते हैं ना पनिशमेंट लिखी है वो उसे मिलेगी ही मिलेगी. सो द थर्ड फंक्शन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज़ टू लिमिट व्हाट अ गवर्नमेंट कैन इम्पोज टू इट्स सिटीज़न. So student, these are the functions of constitution. In the next topic, in the next video, we will revise Indian constitution, about the Indian constitution. So I hope this topic is clear to you. Thank you students.